interest in Storeboard. The purpose of this video is to give an overview of the direction that we're taking with Storeboard now. Storeboard's grown to be one of the most popular sites for businesses in the world to post on. And one of the reasons it's so popular is because Storeboard allows a business like Metro Shelf's products to post various products, images, videos, blogs, audios, and so forth, and to receive a unique URL for each one. By doing this, if you see right here, it says Metro Products, Images, Security, Cage Lockers. There's a shot, at least, this one doesn't have a lot of views, but some of them have thousands, whereby Google will pick up this listing, and if somebody searches for this exact product, they'll wind up on Metro Shelf's website eventually. So sites and companies like the idea of posting individual items because they get attention and they get SEO value. So while Storeboard has become very popular with businesses to post things, and you can see here a variety of categories and so forth. We'll look at legal videos, for example. What's been less clear basically is how we can use Storeboard for consumers. So right now what we're working on is really a consumer interface for Storeboard. So this is a video for inspirational speakers. So we're working on basically an interface for consumers, and I wanted to just talk a little bit about what we're doing. So basically what we discovered is that Storeboard and the idea of a common profile whereby users can search videos and images and so forth could be very useful. On a macro level it's not as useful, but on a micro level, like you can see here at Grand Central Terminal, it becomes very useful because you can search within this defined area and you can discover anything that's in the mall. So you'd be able to run searches on iPad videos or cosmetic blogs or menu images and any kind of product. And anything that's been loaded onto a store profile would be discoverable. So you can get a sense here of using the mall map and then clicking on to enter the store to look at their products or view their profile. Here's if you selected to go inside the store, you can choose a product and then you can look at the product, examine the product profile page. This already exists on Storeboard, and then possibly order it now, and where you can look at the profile of the business. By putting businesses in a standard profile, it allows for better searching and so forth in the current model with Google. What you can also do is you can search videos, blogs, images, and products, and results pages will appear. So what we started to do is we started now to program essentially and design a way to construct streets. Instead of just malls, you'd be able to plug in store profiles relative to a street. And this is the wireframe whereby you can establish a neighborhood, you could determine the number of streets, you could then enter a street name and select the number of stores on a particular street. And you can create the map to look like a representation of it by using space and color or putting a logo here. The street would correspond to an actual map, and then the user could feel that they're on the street and then have that ability, just like on the the Grand Central Terminal Mall, you'd have the same ability here on these little street maps. To take it a step further, if you check out Storeboard.com, you can see where we'd be going with this. So basically Storeboard.com allows you to look for apartments and search buildings. So we're going to have some renderings of this soon, but let's just say we were looking in New York, New York. What you would find is a map that would show you exactly where apartment buildings are placed. Hold on one second. Okay, this is Nyack, New York. So imagine these with store profiles. So instead of apartment buildings, these would be Storeboard businesses. And then instead of minimum rent, maximum rent, you might have store category. You might have a category to look at, or perhaps pricing relative to a category, or expertise and so forth. And you could have premium listings here, or you could have the same way that you can scroll down by location, you can scroll down by name and see it appear as a location. So you could imagine, if you just want to see all the restaurants, they'd be charted out. But we're going to have an additional feature whereby you can zoom in and sort of get that street view we just covered. So that's what we're working on now. We imagine once this is built, hiring hundreds of people to build out our maps so that you can take what really Google Maps has now in terms of exteriors and start to experience the interiors and on really handy little maps, much like we do with the mall. Well, thank you for your attention, and I hope you like what's to come.